to cooking in college. Yeah, that really sucked. It's season 2, episode 1. We know we forgot the season finale last time. We're just gonna ignore that. So we're gonna do another seafood dish this week. I got some shrimp that I personally went and caught in the ocean with my friend Ernest Hemingway. But we're gonna turn that into a pasta. We're making lemon, butter, garlic, shrimp pasta today. Yeah, let's go. Okay. So for this recipe, you're gonna need a lemon, some garlic, butter, your pasta of choice, salt, pepper, some sort of Cajun seasoning. I like Tony Chachere's, and obviously your shrimp. Okay, so we're gonna start with our pasta. Obviously, salt your pasta. Salty like the ocean, or like you were after your ex got a new boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, and they're hotter than you, and then you don't understand why they left you. We need to cut. Lucas, you okay? So now you've sufficiently salted your pasta and recovered from your emotional trauma. We're gonna move to put your pasta in. Just use whatever kind you want, preferably something long, kind of like stringy, like spaghetti or fettuccine, something like that. But any pasta really works with this dish. So once you've salted your water, just put in however much pasta you want. You know, if you're feeling extra pasta, then you put more pasta in. Now we've got a good amount of pasta in there. We're gonna take it to the stove and start to cook it. Hopefully everybody knows how to cook pasta, but if you don't, usually there's instructions on the back of the bag. Okay, so while the pasta is boiling, we're gonna go ahead and start getting our shrimp ready. So here I've got shrimp that was already deveined and peeled, but if you wanna be a little extra and spend 4 hours deshelling and deveining shrimp, you do you, but I don't wanna put in all that effort, so we got it already deveined and peeled. So I'm gonna go really simple with this because Tony Chachere's is amazing. Like, you put this stuff on a rubber shoe and make it taste like a shrimp po' boy. So this is gonna get our shrimp all nice and seasoned up. This is a lot of shrimp. I don't plan on using all of this for each dish, but I like shrimp, so shrimp. So that's a lot of seasoning, but it's a lot of shrimp. So just get it nice and mixed up. Use your hands. That one's going in the trash. Fell off the napkin. Use your hands, you're fine. Just wash them afterwards. Just make sure you get everything nice and seasoned really well. And then we're gonna put that on the stove. While the shrimp cook, we're gonna do what's called zesting this lemon. It's gonna be part of our kind of little buttery sauce that we're gonna make afterwards. Basically what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a microplane, which is this, or you can use, they make little tools that are specifically for zesting. But all it's really gonna come down to is you're gonna be taking the outside rind of this lemon, shaving it down, and it's gonna taste really good. Give a nice lemon hint. Okay, so we've got a good amount of zest here. You can see what our lemon looks like now. It's nice and shaved. And we're gonna go put this aside and wait for when we start doing our sauce. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and mince some garlic. You watched any of our previous episodes, you should know how to do this, but seeing as it's season 2 and got a whole bunch of new freshmen on campus, we're gonna go over it again. Real simple, you take your garlic clove, you're just gonna cut it up. Just kind of give it a nice little rough chop until it's in some pieces like that. You can just bounce your until you got it in a couple pieces like this. You can give it a nice rough chop with your knife. Just run it through there. Please be careful if you are doing this way. Don't cut your fingers open, please. So now we got a nice pile of little chopped up garlic right here. We're just gonna put that aside and wait for when we start making our sauce. So our shrimp is done cooking. We're gonna pull it off and I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna do with it. So we got all our nice beautiful shrimp right here. We're just gonna put it in a little bowl, set it aside for now. The way that you know shrimp is done is it'll be nice and curled up. See how tight all these shrimps are curled? They were nice and long before. They're all curled up, they're turning a little white. Well, not a little white, but they've turned white. The butter's making them a little darker. But they're turned white and these are cooked all the way through and they're curled up nice and tight. That's how you know shrimp is done. So we're just gonna take these, set them all aside in a bowl. Do not put this pan in the sink. We're gonna use it for something else here in a second. Okay, so now we're gonna use our other lemon that we had and we're gonna use it to get some lemon juice. Whenever you're juicing a lemon or something like that, the secret to help it get more juice out is you wanna roll it beforehand. Just give it a nice couple rolls, pressing down on it firmly, but not crushing it, obviously. That's gonna get some of the juices out. So we're gonna give this a nice little chop. And we're gonna juice it. And I'm gonna run it through my fingers. My hands are clean, and I'm just gonna use it to catch any seeds that we might have. Okay. That half, and we're gonna do both halves. And there you go. Got your lemon juice. Now your hands are gonna smell like lemons the rest of the day. Okay, so now we're gonna start making our lemon butter garlic sauce. That's gonna be the main kind of ingredient for this dish. All that stuff you just did with the garlic, the lemon juice, the lemon zest, you're gonna be using that to make this, and you're also gonna need about 4 tablespoons of butter. And no, it sounds like a lot, but trust me, once we get going, it won't be as much as you think it is. Okay, so what we're gonna start with is we're gonna start by, in the same pan that you cooked all your shrimp in initially, we're gonna drop some butter in there. Okay, so now that we've had our butter nice and melted in there, oh look at it, so great. We're gonna drop some of the garlic in there. Give that a nice mix up. And we'll let it fry in the butter a little bit. Next thing we're going to add is our lemon zest from earlier. Just sprinkle that over everything. That a nice mix. And then the last thing we're going to add is our lemon juice. So that's all coming together real nicely. We're letting those flavors get to know each other. I saved some of the pasta water from the pasta when we boiled it earlier. It's got a lot of nice starch in there. It's going to help thicken up the sauce. So we're going to add that to this. We're going to let that cook down a little bit and get nice and thick. Okay, so our sauce is kind of reduced down a little bit. It's nice, kind of orange caramely sweet color. We're going to add our pasta back in. And we're going to toss the pasta in our sauce. It's not going to be a very thick sauce. It's not designed to be. It's kind of just trying to get a nice little coating over everything. So you can see the sauce and some little bits of garlic or shrimp from when we cooked the shrimp in here earlier, getting nice and incorporated. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add our shrimp back in here. And we're gonna do the same thing again. Let's get everything nice and incorporated. At this point, you're not necessarily trying to cook anything, you're just kind of going for getting everything mixed together. Okay, I think that's good. And now it's time to plate. Okay, so we're gonna get this nice plated up. Make sure we get a couple shrimp in there. It smells amazing. And then we're gonna hit it, obviously, with our show's secret ingredient, dried parsley flakes. And that is a lemon garlic butter shrimp pasta. Okay, cut. No. Okay, so it's taste test time now. Let's get a little bit of shrimp, some pasta. An amazing, light, filling dish. It's not too heavy, not too saucy. The shrimp is great. Put that Tony Chachere's on it. This is a great dish. It's super cheap, super easy to make too. You need a weekend meal or a weeknight meal. This is a great option. Thanks for coming to this week's episode of Cooking in College. Remember, like, subscribe, comment if you have an idea of what you want to see us cook next. And we'll see you guys next week.